Like Dan or Boss Dev mentioned, I used to be part of PS Bank, and it's such an honor. No, Dev is one of the people that I know I consider really to be a mentor. No, not just with the hacking about security, but other things in life as well. But yeah, it's such an honor to be introduced by him right now. All right, so I'll just be giving a quick speed talk now. And I was thinking about the topic that I'll be presenting today. No, so it was kind of different because I'm usually part of the goons behind. So when I was thinking about speed talks, I wanted to be something that could still bring value to you guys. No? So I thought, what are the things that we could share with some accomplishments that we did with my team and that we could share to this conference. No? So I thought about what are the things that we learned. So we did the project 200 Pentests for 3 months, and it was not easy. The guys in Theos knows this. A lot of weekend work, a lot of pen tests every single day, and now we're here to present what we've learned and what we got out of this project. So first off, the traditional "Who am I" slide. So I am Jason Valiente, aka Jigglypup. I'm a RootCon goon. I've been here since RootCon 2, no, but I started early, 10 years old. So, and we're still very young. We've been here for, wow, 14 years, no, 14 years. And looking forward to the new generations. Kayo naman, pambihira. But yep, really good to see a lot of guys still here. Guys from RootCon 5 and 6 and all, no. And really good to see a lot of new faces here as well. Right now, I am here on behalf of Theos. I am the director of Theos Offense. Basically, we are the guys you give the special hacking projects to, and so we do pen testing, red teaming, and multi-management. Anything you can think of offensive related. I've been in the industry for over 10 years. I've started as, like Sir Dev mentioned, as a security administrator in the bank. And after that, after his mentorship, I moved into I pushed on with my security career. I was fortunate enough to pioneer a lot of the Pentests teams in the country, including HP, Fortify, and Trustwave Spider Labs. And now I'm here with Theos, no? Growing our team, our awesome team as well. No? So, yep. And mga fans talaga. But of course, it's not all about work. Outside of work, no, we do want to have fun as well. So I love to drive on a bike, no, and I think it's a growing thing already in the tech and cyber security. I know there are a lot of guys who came here by bike, no. So let's ride together next time. I'm a gamer too, a Monster Hunter. So if you guys are into this game, no, happy to talk to you about it, no. So, but yeah, for this talk, no, I wanted to, it was we had this project and we wanted to just take out whatever learnings that we have from this project. No? So we don't learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on that experience, no, from John Dewey. So, all right. So what was the mission? No? The mission: complete 200 pen tests in 3 months. No? Well, for some really big companies, it may not be much. For global companies with a lot of guys in there, something that. But for us, 200 pen tests for 3 months for our team, this was not an easy feat to do. And to add to that, this was more than 10 countries, different types: mobile, web, API. We also have 1,000+ IP addresses that we need to cover. And you know what? When we're working with this client, I think no one probably have done it, no, with all their providers, no, sir. So these types of project, what are the challenges that you will face, right? So first and foremost, of course, timing and scheduling. There's really limited resources. You need to manage it with your tasks, with all the deadlines, managing all the requirements, prerequisites, credentials, everything that you need to have them ready. And you also have to, of course, have that certain cadence of speed, maintaining that rate of testing completion. We have to cover like, I think 20 pen tests a week, no? To just be able to deliver this. And we had to manage all the delays and SLAs. And one of the things that you will also you will also learn later on that, once you take on this project, quality is a very important thing. When you're doing pen tests at this cadence, at this speed, you need to still be able to ensure the level of quality despite the speed of delivery. And you're ensuring the level of quality across different testers too. So, different testers have different way of doing things, reporting things. And this really comes out. No, it doesn't really come out with, we're doing one pen test for a single client. It doesn't come out that easy, but this will really show up when you're doing this much test for one single company. Like, having the same quality across pen testers for similar applications. Related to the first one, consistency, ensuring consistency of findings across similar applications. You have to take note of this too. Ensuring consistency across different testers. No? So, what you need to manage here is that how come someone from someone pen testing someone from this country, for example, let's talk about, I don't know, for example, Russia, right? Or I don't know, Taiwan, for example. You're doing a pen test here, they have a similar application in Japan, and suddenly you have different findings. No? And this level of consistency comes out when you're having this fast of a cadence of pen test. Also, the things that you need to consider when taking up on such a challenge is customer experience. Despite the speed, and to ensure client satisfaction, manage client requests and expectations, and of course, managing escalations along the way. And lastly, very important as well, employee morale. It's not easy. You can't just have your guys do overtime every single day for the next 3 months, right? All the weekends, everything just to get this delivered. So you also need to ensure ensure that they deliver at their maximum capability. You need to also manage their health, their personal life, mental health, a very big issue right now. Ensure that testers remain excited and not burned out. No? Other challenges, notable ones, languages and culture, different time zones. This will happen. So you're planning to take on or do this activity. Also take note of this items about in language, time zone differences, and other client. At the same time, you're just not only doing this project for this single client, right? You have other clients too that you have to manage. It's not the only thing that you're doing for this past 3 months. So all the things you need to consider when putting up this, taking on this type of challenge. No. So what was the solution? So how did we deliver and address all of these challenges? First and foremost, of course, extensive planning, very important. And first point here, have a project manager. Honestly, let's be honest, guys. Security guys like myself, I'm no project manager. We can't, force ourselves to be the one, being the one to manage all this moving parts. Don't be shy or afraid to say that it's something that you can't do. You are not meant. You're a technical guy. You're not meant to be the customer-facing one, or you're not meant to be the project manager. So if you have the luxury of it, really have someone for it, and plan ahead. This is very important. And myself, working with our project manager, we were able to really manage all these things a lot smoother. And planning, anticipate delays, and provide buffers and lead times. Understandable, but you know what? It's easy to say, but when you're there and doing this project, it's not that straightforward, right? But you have to plan for this. It will happen. And so in terms of planning, our advice, go for the quick wins. Take as much advance as you can. Be flexible with your plans. And learn from your mistakes. Now, along the way, you will learn. You'll have problems in your first few weeks of testing, and then later on, just learn from those mistakes and get better along the way. Strong leadership and experience. This is also very important. You just don't leave your testers, your army, your soldiers on the battlefield. You have to have a leader, strong leadership, to be the one taking on these escalations, taking lead, and being being the one in the forefront of this project. Also identify leads within the team. That will be someone that your guys will be able to ask questions from. They can get advice from. So that's important too. Ensure clients and your testers know who they can approach. So have designated point of contacts for all your clients. So this actually we're already kind of sharing here how we kind of manage our projects, and also sharing some tips on how you would organize your pentest teams too. Third, definitely a good team structure is very important. Testers must know what.
Break muna tayo, break muna. Yay! Round of applause, please. Isa pa? Isa pa? Isa pa? Ah, isa pa? One more? One more? Okay.
And that was my talk.
This is from your team, huh? From your team and Mark over there.
Send your signal round the world.
Woo!
Walk and talk and set you free. Net boy, net girl, send your impulse round the world. Put your message
Hey,
in.
thank you, Jay.
All right, we're back. So where was I? No? So yeah, good team structure, very important. Not a team that ask you to get ranks. You have to have a team that will support you in your times of presentation. But yeah, have a sufficient support structure for your testers as well. No? So the way we do is you can't expect all of your team to be, to be really the seniors, really experts of certain fields. You need to be able to understand what they can do, what they cannot do, and build on their strengths, right? If you have people who are really good at doing a certain skill or a certain test, now build on these strengths and have a sufficient support structure for your team. Adequate tools and tech. So very important. So I was giving a talk on web pen testing 101 earlier on the 101 Village. And for pen testing, especially on the enterprise level, you can't just depend on just skills, right? When you're doing this scale of pen test. You need to also be able to utilize tools that could help you make your life a lot easier when doing these types of pen tests. So you must ensure you have good pen testing tools. Pen testing infrastructure, very important to have the necessary VPNs. Man, I'm lost. The second shot got me, that's for sure. But yep, important here as well is that being able to have good tools to generate your reports, and so you don't have to have your testers spend too much time doing the reports manually, right? And well-built process and methodology, of course. This is already something that we all would know. But I think for me, this is to ensure quality. Like you mentioned, one of the challenges of big-scale pen testing is that you have different testers, different levels of skill sets, and how do you ensure quality within them? You have to have that methodology that will assure that you have a standard depth of testing for everyone, and at the same time, put up that process wherein you have your senior guys do a QA for each of the tests that they do, and have that adequate quality review process before they send it in. So, okay. Close team and client collaboration. Of course, this is one of the important things. A lot of times when doing pen tests, we just, we take on the test, we do our thing, we hack the shit out of these websites, right? Or these applications or the networks. But, what's very important is that you don't forget, to really collaborate with your stakeholders. Set up alignment calls, set up your appropriate expectations for the client. No? Other tips, of course, document all discussions and agreements. A lot of things may fall in the cracks, but if you documented it at least via email or chat, you know that you have enough proof to cover your ass. Flexibility, of course, you don't always get what you want on the project. You don't always get, you don't always have you don't always get the results of a perfect plan, but you need to always be flexible and adapt along the way, and learn to compromise. And lastly, you have to have a team that has great work attitude and passion for security. As when people are doing pen tests every single day, you get tired, you get them. But if the guys or your team really, if you foster that great attitude and passion, they'll continue to be delivering, enjoying their work. Along the way, celebrate achievements and reward your team for their great work. Don't just forget your team when you're doing these projects. Like I said, your team is your greatest asset in this type of industry. So never forget them. Don't just focus on just being able to deliver. Just focus on just getting the business side of things done. Never forget your people, right? They're the ones that's doing it for you. So reward them and celebrate their achievements. And of course, our results. We were able to complete this on time. First thing, after a few years, we had delivered within the SLA. We had a satisfied client. And we had a very proud and happy team. So we're celebrating it. So great job, guys. Some security insights. So I'm not good with all these graphics. I just put in what I can during the time that I had. But overall, so yeah, out of all those tests, we had a total of 1,000 plus findings, total of almost 100 crit highs, and a couple of hundreds for mediums and lows and infos. Some security insights that we got from testing almost 200 plus applications. I would say that majority of the findings were still related to injection attacks. Of course, enterprise companies already have their WAFs, but when doing this level of pen testing, we still see that the application itself wasn't really designed to manage or to validate the inputs. So it's not, of course, with the frameworks right now, it's not as easy as before. You could just attack it with an SQL injection or XSS, but a lot of it is still vulnerable to injection attacks. I would say that also IDOR is a very big one right now, at least with the projects that we had. Most of the times, applications are designed to have the controls just based on the interface itself. But when you go and dig deeper into the endpoints and how the APIs, the back end is designed, they don't really have that appropriate access controls in place. So that's where you could play around, at least on the endpoint side. So a lot of the things they believe that they had all the client side controls set up, but the server side is still not was not taken into consideration. Well, also notice a lot of the domains were vulnerable to email spoofing. Not really a big one, but I think honestly it was something that we were able to use. So we noticed that a lot of their domains were really not does not have email security in place. So this is something that could be leveraged, for a lot of things, especially with red teaming and more targeted attacks. Well, rate limiting was also something prevalent with a lot of the applications, and not really, like I said, not really a direct vulnerability, but we believe that uh, this is something that's still notable because this could be a source of a lot of vulnerabilities, automated attacks, brute forcing, even race conditions could be exploited due to this vulnerability. So, yep. So these are all the insights that we could share right now. A lot more details, of course. Analysis could be given out, but for this talk, what I really wanted to highlight was that when doing these types of projects, there are a lot of things that you do learn, and a lot of things that you need to prepare for. And hope that this presentation was something that gave you some insights on how to manage big projects and big Pentas engagements. And so just to share, like I said, we are Theos, and we are premier defense and offensive service in Asia. And there's a lot of things listed there, but in simple, we simply just, we do epic shit. And this is what we do, and this is what we do well. So yeah, thank you so much for this time, and thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.